Hello children, we are continuing our chapter 4, key elements of a democratic government. Okay, did you read the chapter? Okay, those were done. Okay, but others also read the chapter. The last class we studied about the key elements on a particular country known as South Africa. It's a country of different races. The apartheid system was there, and in 1994 it became a democratic government, and the people are participating through voting and election. We already completed. Today we are discussing which are the other ways, rather than this voting, which are the other ways for participating in a democratic government. Okay, so this is, take the page number 37, other ways of participation. These are the other ways of participation. First thing is through the strikes. Okay, first thing is through the strikes. Then second one through dharna. So this is the through strikes. Then next one is through dharna. We can do the dharnas, picketing, like we already every time we are seeing in Thiruvananthapuram in front of the secretariat, picketing, and we are already seeing that. So that is picketing in our language, that is dharna. Then next one is, this is the signature campaign. Signature campaign. If you are not interested, or if you want to oppose any information or any policy that is being by the government, then we can do the signature campaigns like this. Then another important way, through media. Media also can play an important forms of political participation. The medias are making our news. All any kind of news, dharna strikes that are reported by the media people, newspapers, TV, that all being part of the media. Media include TV is there, then newspapers, magazines, that all comes under this media. So they are also the forms of political participation. Okay, the first one is through the strikes, second one through the dharna, then signature campaigns, then media. That means TV, newspaper and magazines. And other forms is also there, like do any hartals, a hunger strike, that also we can do. So these all are the forms of political participation. Mainly this hunger strike, that all done by women, minority sections, that they were doing all these techniques for participating the government. That is, this participation meaning through this they are telling that they are not satisfied their policy or any law that is being implemented by the government. Okay, one example recently happened in June now this year 2020. After the lockdown, everybody have a very great disaster, that drastic electricity bill came from our government, our Kerala government, where gave almost every persons have huge amount to pay as electricity bill. Is it? Did you remember? Mostly your house also have the same. So why it's their own fault? Any electricity bill is there, they on to the people have to pay, but that bill meaning it's very huge amount. So normally what done, the political parties are they turn over and they took against the protest. They started the protest against this bill, and at last the government said that they will lower the bill, or they will adjust the bill amount in the next payment, next month bill. Is it? So this is one example. Through this we can say that these are the important political participation. Okay, if the political parties are there, they are making, like what the form they used for lowering the electricity bill, the parties used the strikes and dharnas. Strikes, dharnas, and some places they done the signature campaigns also for lowering the electricity bill. Okay, so these are the important forms of political participation. Now the next content is that we should need to resolve the conflict. Okay, conflicts are occurs. Okay, we should resolve the conflict. Resolve, this is the meaning, resolve the conflict. Conflicts are occurs because sometimes if we are not interested with or we are not able to familiarize with other person's manners. So normally the conflict will come. Okay. So some culture, maybe our and theirs culture, religion, some kind of education background, that all are different. Okay. So because of these differences, the conflicts occurs. Understood? But these conflicts should be resolved. And who will do this? These conflicts should be resolved by our government. And the government is doing this in various steps. Mainly by police officers are doing, some government officers are also doing. They all are working for resolving the conflicts. Okay. The two important conflicts we are discussing in our chapter. The first one is the religious processions. Okay, these religious processions and celebrations can sometimes lead to a conflict. Maybe if one Hindu religious festival procession is coming, then another way one Muslim is coming, then another side Christian is coming, then all will come together and they say, this is our path. Why you are coming like this? So normally that also leads to the conflict. So these conflicts should be resolved. By whom? The government. Now how the government is doing? By enforcing the law and order team. Who is the law and order? That is the police. So police is being taken care of the violence. So they are making this. So that is the first thing. The law and order should be maintained. Okay, law and order should be maintained by the police. So these religious processions and celebrations can sometimes that lead to the conflict. So these conflicts should be maintained. That conflict should be resolved by the police. Okay, by the police, and that is, it should be resolved. It should be resolved. Clear? Now next one is the rivers. The rivers are also become a source of conflict. Okay, the rivers are also become sometimes the conflict. Example is this: the Kaveri river that is going from Tamil Nadu to the Karnataka. Karnataka, from here Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, it is going, it is flowing. But here important is that from Karnataka, Krishnasagar Dam, they made a dam here. This is the Krishnasagar Dam, and in Tamil Nadu they are made a dam, Mettur Dam. In Karnataka, this dam water is using for meeting the needs of this country, city, meeting the needs of the state. Especially in Bangalore city, the people are using this Krishnasagar Dam, that is this Kaveri river water they are using. That's why they made their dam. So here Mettur Dam is maintained by the Tamil Nadu. Why they are using the water? They are using it for growing the crops. Okay, they are using it for growing the crops. These Tamil Nadu people are using the water for the growing crops or farming. So the river is coming from this way. That is the upstream. Upstream is being being taken care of by the Karnataka, and downstream is the Mettur Dam, Tamil Nadu. If the Karnataka is released water, then only the Tamil Nadu will get the water. So they are not releasing as much as water what the Tamil Nadu needs. That amount they are not releasing. So this causes the conflict, and almost about 30 years they are fighting for this water issue. And at last the Kaveri Water Tribunal, a body, an organization came, and they resolved this like some what amount of water you have to maintain and some water you have to be, that is amount is also there, it should be given to the Tamil Nadu. Okay, so this issue is still continuing, but tribunal is there for looking after that. So tribunal meaning the Kaveri Water Tribunal meaning it's been set by the government. So that is this one. Understood? The rivers are also become the problem that creates the conflict. So that's been resolved by the government through certain bodies, like police is there, and also the some other government bodies are also there for resolving this. situations. Clear? Now the next one is that the next important our feature is that equality and justice. The next important participation. That is the key element of a government is the equality and justice. First one we studied participation, second one participation through voting, then other ways is there strike, dharna, signature campaigns. Then conflict is coming, we should resolve the conflicts by maintain law and order and particular bodies, institutions are making. Then last one is equality and justice. This is the important one. It is the key idea of the democratic government. Equality and justice is the key idea of the democratic government. Okay, in South Africa they were having apartheid. The same apartheid system was in India also, but we given it name as untouchability. Okay, we gave the name it as untouchability. Low caste people cannot enter the temples. They were not allowed to be set on any drinking water from the well. They are not allowed to sit in the schools. Okay, so separate system here also there. But Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he was a person who made struggle like Hector Peterson in South Africa. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also fought, and because of him untouchability is banned. Okay, now untouchability is banned and we have lots of privileges. That's because of this Ambedkar. In olden times another important aspect was also the boy child is getting more important than the girl child. So that's also been banned by that, also been, that is give more privileges to the girl child, that also been practiced by the Ambedkar. He gave more verdict to that. Okay children, so this is the important word equality and justice. So we had the equality and justice on because of this person that's known as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who fight against the untouchability and more practice for the girls, that all done, and he made lots of free education for the poor peoples, and also single girl child free education, that all been practiced by because of this Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay children, so this is about the chapter equality and justice. Till the we completed the chapter. Now take your chapter, page number 38, other ways of participation. Other ways of participation, take that chapter, take this page here, read this and underline rally, signature campaigns. Here rallies and signature campaigns is there, underline, then turn the page. In this paragraph, fifth line underline, fifth line, dharna, rally, strikes, signature campaigns. Fifth line underline, then also underline newspaper. Seventh and eighth line, newspaper, magazine, TV also play an important role discussing the government issues. Then in this paragraph, the third line onwards, keep in bracket. Another way for people to participate is by organizing themselves into the social movements, from there to last line of the paragraph. Okay, now need to resolve conflict. Take the next page, the first line. Religious processions and celebrations can sometimes lead to conflict. Okay, keep in bracket and write their question, how. Religious processions and celebrations can sometimes lead to conflict. Question is there, keep in bracket, write there how. The full paragraph you read and make out your points and study. Then next paragraph, reversed to can become a source of conflict between state. First line, keep in bracket, write there nearby question, how. Then from here to here will be the answer. You read and find out the answers. Okay children, then now equality and justice. Underline equality and justice. Turn the page, equality and justice is there. Equality and justice are inseparable. That underline, and in the next paragraph, sixth line, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar name is given, that also underline. Okay children, read the chapter, understood the concept. Thank you children.